side is complete. Still have that side to do over there. Yes, we are heading out to haul manure in the rain. We're hauling on a grass field. It's a custom job. I'm just getting it started this morning, and then Dad is actually coming to take over for me in an hour or two. So the first wheat we planted here is starting to really look pretty good. Welcome to Pond Bank Farms, by the way, and this will be an interesting video. Stay tuned. We have a dreary day today, but beginning of next week's looking nice. We're open to start corn, so stay tuned, and we are excited for the leaves are really falling now. There's really not much left on the trees. Okay, Dad came over to take over. He's just loading right now. Normally we actually get the customer to load. We have loaded already, but we prefer if the customer does. And we will. It's more money, costs more. So better for the customer, better for us. So he wants the whole load of manure hauled on this 20 acres. So we're gonna have to haul it pretty thick. Okay, good enough. Also worth mentioning, here's one of the farms. We have a bunch of oats we gotta spray down and burn down for the winter. We are putting corn in these fields next spring, and we broadcasted oats in, and we're gonna be spraying them down this winter when it dries up. So hopefully by the end of this video, we'll be getting them sprayed. Wow, we are getting a fair bit of rain. Not like it's pouring, but it's just constantly raining quite a bit. Okay, so we are in our bank barn underneath here. This is at my place. We're gonna clean this all out. We got a mess in the manger here. We're gonna clean that out and this side out. So let's get started. Well, you ready to get started there, yeah. Clyde?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't forget my excavator.
You can go play with your excavator in a bit. That's Liam's. That's a nice excavator, isn't it?
And it didn't have toy.
Well, one side is complete. We still have that side to do over there. Whoop. Okay, we just gotta do this alleyway yet here. When we built this barn, I wanted to fit a skid steer in here, and Dad wondered why. Well, this is why, Dad. It's nice. This is why, Papa G, this is why. A little backstory on this barn. This used to be our primary heifer barn. When we started farming here, we kept about 10 or 15 heifers in here. Between that and then when they got older, we put them in our pasture at the home farm. As we got more cattle, we got up to like 25, 30 in here, and the way it was situated, it was pretty much packed full like that. This was pretty much the only laying area here, and then there was a bit of manger around that side of the barn, and the rest was just kind of wasted space. So we redid the whole thing. We put posts up and then made it so we can drive everywhere upstairs in the barn for storing straw and hay, and put this middle manger in here. Now when we built this barn, we put we did the feed manger in the center, and then two sides both identical, and we had 2 different sizes of heifers in here, or 2 different groups. And then we actually had our pasture split in half. Now, when we got up to like 40 animals in here, I think we even got up to 50, that's when we decided it is time to look into building a heifer barn, because we still had more heifers at home yet. So we did that, and then this became, we had some calves in here, which Jake took out now and put up in the heifer barn because we had room. So this winter, we are gonna be putting some veal, our bull calves in here, and raising them for some veal calves. Something I wanted to do. It feels like a waste for it to sit empty. Last winter we had rented it out, but this year I wanted to raise some veal calves of my own. Now when I built this barn, I wanted this manger wide enough for a skid steer. Just barely, but it is wide enough, and I am thankful for that right now. So I had some requests in these videos. A lot of people are wondering the full mixing process, or where the feed goes to after we unload it, or how it comes out into the feed cart. So I'll show the whole process, or I'll show you how everything works. So once we get it mixed, we unload it into this conveyor here, right there. And I'll show you where this conveyor goes to. So we're just gonna step upstairs in the barn here. Oh, here you go. So the conveyor goes in there, goes into a forage wagon we have here. And right now Jake is currently loading the feed cart. So that's where the feed comes from when you're loading the feed cart. We got this so we can mix a batch, 1 batch a day, put it in here, and then feed them throughout the day as much as we want. It works pretty good. This wagon's getting old, but it's treated us fairly well. We've basically just had to put in new chains, new apron chains sometime. There's a lot of different ways to feed cows, but for us in this bank barn, it was between a conveyor running in there or this. And I'll take this because with a conveyor, if you feed once a day, you'd have a lot of feed there. And then sorting would become an issue and stuff. This way you can feed them a bunch of times a day. I don't know, there's so many different ways to do things, but this is what we decided, and it works pretty good as long as the wagon works. Well, since everything already has a layer of dust on it, I've never seen it this bad. I don't know. Gotta close the door better. Anyway, I'm gonna sweep the floor, and that's about all I'm gonna have time for before I head out to my hockey game tonight. Wow, there's like literally a haze of dust in the air. Opened up the door to clear it out a bit. Just gotta shovel this up yet, and the floor is clean enough. So, with that being said, we'll see you guys in the morning or Monday morning. Today's Saturday, I'm not sure if I'll video tomorrow. I am in the barn tonight milking. It's Sunday night, my turn to milk. By the looks of it, I might be milking by myself tonight. I haven't seen any help show up yet, but that's all right. We'll get it done one way or the other, so stay tuned. So I got 4 milkers on there, and I just got to scrape some of the manure down here. So I wasn't even aware of this before tonight, but it looks like we are using a new claw here. It's actually a plastic claw, and it makes the whole thing a lot lighter. We did try using this before and went away from it because the cows didn't milk out right. I guess we're going back to it. We're going to try it again. So hopefully everything's calibrated right and set right, that they milk out completely. I know these are lighter, so they weren't pulling down enough and weren't milking the cow out right on our cows, but we'll see how it works this time around. Let's get some more cows ready. First we strip them. I know people may have different processes how they do it, but at this farm we strip them first and then we dip them and then last but not least we wipe them. And that is how you prep a cow for milking it. So our help did show up, which is great. So we're using all 6 milkers now. And she was a little late because she bikes over, her bike broke on the way over. I thought maybe no one was just coming tonight, I had no idea, so help is greatly appreciated. Okay, we just had a milker come off and we are gonna do what we call a post dip, where we dip it and leave it, and basically that puts a coating on the teat and fights against bacteria getting in to the udder and stuff, and fights against mastitis and other infections. So we are trying to milk our bucket cows on the go tonight because we got 3 bucket cows apparently, 2 over there, so I don't feel like being stuck at the end waiting for them, so we're milking them on the go. Not sure why they got mastitis or what exactly is wrong with them. We're milking our 2nd bucket cow of the night. Actually, she's almost done. You can see the milk isn't flowing in there so fast anymore, and the udder is collapsing. And then our next bucket cow is actually right beside here. Okay, she's done. And we are now on the 3rd and the last bucket cow. But I can't stand and talk for too long because I have milkers waiting to get moved. I should make a disclaimer. A few videos ago, I had a title, something about milking 91 cows in a dairy barn. Right now, we are not milking quite 91. We can tie up 91, but we got a few stalls that are empty right now. So I don't know exactly how many stalls are empty, but if I were to guess, 5 to 7 stalls are empty. So probably milking around 85 right now, 80 to 85, somewhere in there. And we are on the home section. We got 1 more cow to put the milker on, but we're waiting for one to come off so we can do that. Nice red cow right here for anyone that likes red and white. Got a few of those in here. And here's the one we're looking for. Put on the last cow. I will dip this cow as soon as I have it on. Okay, last cow, the milker's on. We are almost done. And I'm gonna go check my bucket cow here. It looks like she is done as well. And now all that's left is to finish up the milk house, scrape the feed in, and we're done for the night. Okay, we gotta give them a little sprinkle of feed yet. By the looks of it, I thought maybe I could get away with it without. But some of them had too little. If I didn't feed them, I'm sure Jake would not be happy with me in the morning. So we'll try to keep them happy. So when I turn this switch on here, that turns the forage wagon on upstairs in the barn, which sends it down, as I showed you up in the barn. Or you hope it turns it on. If you don't, if it doesn't, then you have a big problem. No stepping. Well, that's it for the night, guys. Good night. See you in the morning. And good morning, guys. So, we had a change of plans here. Our egg bagger for our high moisture corn was going to be coming the end of the week, but due to some things happening with the egg bagger and where it was going to go, it's going to come here earlier. It's coming tomorrow afternoon. So we have a fair bit of work to get ready for that. The combine needs basically full serviced again, and not the oil change, but greased, air filter changed, wash out the radiator, all that stuff. We got to get the corn header ready to go and all greased up. And most notably, we have to put the shredder back on the back of our combine because, well, we had to take it off because it broke. So the shredder just goes on the back here, and it's over at the dairy farm right now, but we're gonna open up this door and let the heat in and let the light in. Okay, we're about to install that shredder or chopper or spreader, whatever you want to call it, onto here. I got it working. Wouldn't you know it? Just like new. So what's left is to put this shield up here, goes along here, and then this shield goes somewhere. And the slow moving vehicle sign. Got a belt ordered for the morning. And it's fixed, voila. Well, we got we got Jed here. He wanted to get to work because he was feeling. Oh, now he got stuff in his face. So this here is my newly acquired brother-in-law. And his wife, she came along with the package, but this is...
I'm from Wisconsin.
He's also a dairy farmer.
Yeah.
So Former. Okay, so we got the corn head on here. We got to grease each individual, whatever these are called. Do you know what they're called, Jed? Nope. Okay, well, that makes two of us. There's an individual gear-ish, like a gear, in down here. Right here. So the grease goes in there, fills up the reservoir, corn head grease, and every fall before we start, we fill those up because a bit leaks out throughout the course of harvest. Well, we're greasing. So we had in, I thought my helmet felt crooked. Here we go. So we had an interesting development here, a problem that I did not know that we had, but I do now. I'll show you. So right under the header here is where you put grease in. And I was putting grease in here, and well, number one, I knew this, it's discolored, so it means at one point it got way too hot. So seals might be shot, I don't know. But that's not even my problem right now. Somehow this split in here, and that's just supposed to be one piece. So I have no clue what happened there. But I'm gonna try to weld that up a bit, just to do a little fine bead on there to keep the grease in. So guess we'll see how that goes. So I started welding on that and pretty soon realized it was going to be a futile effort. So I decided before I make anything worse, leave it. We got a high moisture bagger coming tomorrow, and we might just have to keep pouring the grease in there. I know it's kind of whatever, and then after that we'll have to look into what we can do to fix it or something. So I think we'll leave that for now, or see how bad the grease pours out of it anyway when we start it up. Hello there, and welcome to a very, very dreary day here. So we had a fairly large change of plans. I'm gonna get this combine inside. I should have got it inside last night. But our change of plans is the egg bagger for the high moisture corn. We called them and told them to put a hold on that. So I started up last night. We got a huge pile of grease. We got a big leak here, so I'm gonna have to probably either put a new roll unit on here if one of ours is from our other header still works, or we're gonna get another cheap header because it's not worth buying new parts to put into this just because of the price point of what the header is worth. So I'm gonna be working on this, seeing if I can get this fixed. I don't know if I'm gonna get that done today, but I think the egg bagger's just gonna come next week now because we gotta get this. Okay, well that's a tight fit with the corn header on, but we were able to get the door closed, so that's gonna stay like that for now. Okay, so these two are seized. I can't get them moving at all, but this one is not seized, so that's good. We are going to take this one off, put it on the other header. It's not a small job, and while we have this header in the shop, we're going to take anything off that we could potentially use in the future. Okay, we got the side shield off there now, and now what's left to do is clean this up in here and stuff, and pull it off. Hope everything comes off smoothly. So before we take this chain off and get working in here, let's just make lives easy for ourselves and clean it off a bit. Okay, it's almost time for this to come off. But I got that piece off of there, and it's right there. So in the morning we'll put that on the other header. And I got a great brainwave. I'm also going to put these side pieces on the other header because they're in better shape. So why not? Because I'm going to have the one side off anyway. Okay guys, so I'm just going to keep the video rolling, maybe do a time lapse or something. I got to take these other two roll units off. They're both seized, but I'm going to take them apart and see. I don't know how these things work, if they're complete junk, if there's parts in there that are good. So before I take the header out, I just want to take these off. Okay, I'm just going to quick show you how these attach here. I'll probably show you when I attach the next one. So basically it's an eye hook here. So this bolts into this side, like that, and then another one into that side, and that's literally how the whole unit is bolted on. Get them both off now. I'm going to try lifting up a little bit, see what happens. I might stick a box underneath to cushion the fall a bit, but I'm not too worried because they're ready. Okay, I think that's going to be it for the night. So tomorrow we will be putting that one on, the other corn head, and hopefully try to remember from last year if any other. I feel like I was having problems with the slip clutch with one. I feel like it wasn't that one, so we might have to end up putting two on. We'll figure that out. I should have wrote it down somewhere, but I didn't. Anyway, stay tuned for all of that fun. That'll be next video, because that'll be the end of this video. So next video, we're gonna be putting that on, probably spraying. The corn is way pushed out now because of the baggers not coming till next week. So another week, well, or half a week or whatever. So stay tuned for that. And we got a lot of work to do in the shop here by the looks of it. So we'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. If you are not subscribed or you're a first-time viewer and you'd really like to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And also hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And go ahead and share this video to any friends that enjoy videos like this one. Okay, guys, I've talked long enough. And we will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.